my name is Jamie. I live in Saudi Arabia for now, and I have a makeup collection that just keeps getting larger. It didn't today, but that's not what we're talking about. If you're new here, hi. Thanks for stopping by. I am a lover of makeup, indie makeup, eyeshadows especially, indie eyeshadow brands, all the things, color, as you can see. And we have a good time here. We talk about my collection, we talk about what's going on in the beauty space a little bit, and we just have a good time. We're nice to each other. We're nice to me. And thanks. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. That would help me out a lot. And if you are returning, thanks for coming back. Leave me a comment. I love to hear from you. There's always a few of you that comment on everything, and I love to see it. And thank you so much, as always. What are we talking about today? So we're talking about some indie new releases. There have been quite a few, like in the last 2 weeks, it seems like. And I just wanted to chat and discuss what I'm seeing lately, and we'll see from you if you picked any of these up. Let me know. And with that, let's discuss our first palette. So literally the day that I was like sitting down to take notes on this video to get it prepared was the day that Heather Austin announced her collaboration with Unearthly Cosmetics. And when I first heard her talking about it, I was like, oh, here we go. And at the time, I had quite a few Unearthly Cosmetics, like somewhere lost in Saudi Arabia, having not been delivered. And I did finally get them, but I already know that it is gonna take a feat of God and man in order to get me an Unearthly palette here. And also at this point, I think I'm running out of time to really order anything from the US and have it delivered to Saudi Arabia because I am moving. But then I saw the palette, and I really like Heather Austin. I enjoy her content. She does a good job. I just don't think this is the palette for me. I like the concept for sure, but there are just things about this palette that I'm not quite sold on. And then after having used some Unearthly Cosmetics when I did get it, I'm gonna be waiting for the next palette that really strikes me in the right place because I'm just not quite sure how I feel about it. So what I don't like about this palette is that there are some very primary colors to me. There's a primary red, there's a primary blue. Now, and just, there's not a lot of gradient between those colors. Do you know what I mean? Like, for instance, if there was perhaps a gradient between that red and that really, really, really vibrant pink. Okay. If there was a gradient between that really dark blue and that really vibrant green, okay. As it is, I don't buy it. And also, I so don't like a black that is not flat matte. I don't like that. Not interested. So, like I said, I think the concept is really lovely. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that like the palette quite a bit. However, I don't think this is for me. I'm sure that these colors could probably blend together, I guess, but it just is not a palette that speaks to me. Do you know what I mean? And that's kind of my thing, where I have to work so hard to get this palette, and I have to absolutely pray that it's gonna make it here. It's got to be the right color story that I'm really, really attracted to. So I just don't think that this is it. I don't have a price in American dollars listed because I was like, I don't want to get it. I don't want it. I'm not going to get it. It is 162 Rial. I will figure out what that is and put it right here. How much is that? That's how much it is. So enjoy it. If you got it, let me know what you think about it. But as of right now, it's not for me. Okay, next up is the Don't Forget to Smile Duochrome Shimmer Eyeshadow Palette from Sugar Drizzle. I've never tried Sugar Drizzle. I'm interested, but again, it's one of those brands I haven't worked with before. I don't know how easy it is to ship here, and again, just as a note, I don't think I'm gonna be buying anything. It's just too late. If I do buy anything, I'm gonna send it to my mom's house and then she's gonna bring it with her, so it's not gonna turn up anytime soon. I guess it may in fact turn up faster than if I were to order it here, but I don't know. So what I do like about this palette is that it's a 12 pan palette. It is 9 duochromes, 3 shimmers for $36. That is a pretty decent price, I will say. So I've never tried Sugar Drizzle. Let me know if you like the brand. I think that this is super pretty. This has like a very pastel tone to these duochromes, which I think is very, very attractive. And yeah, I think it's cute. I think it's very, very cute. It says here that most of the squishy soft type eyeshadows in the palettes are a cream-like formula that are very emollient. And there's pros and cons to that, I would say. So for instance, if you have a very dry formula in a duochrome, it can be a little tougher to work with. Either way, like duochromes are harder to work with. The cream formula will go on really well, but it may move throughout the day, whereas a drier duochrome is going to be harder to build up. So pick your battles. Yeah, I don't know. I think that Sugar Drizzle, like from what I'm seeing of this description, I would probably have to glue that down just because I have greasy, oily eyelids. It's good that they have that noted on the website before you buy, so I think that that is very responsible. And yeah, good price for that, I think. Okay, next up is What's Your Power from Gloss Gods. It is a neon and pastel color story. It has 6 matte pastels and 6 duo and multi-chromes. So I really like Gloss Gods. All duo multi-chrome palettes though, in my experience. The vintage glam palette that I have that does have some mattes in it is okay. It's okay. I feel like it's a good mix between having matte shades and duochrome shades and multi-chrome shades. Again, it has that same type of emollient like feel to those duochromes. However, I feel like this is all very mid-tone, and I'm not really a fan. I really don't like a mid-tone orange and a mid-tone pink. No, thank you. So in all, this is not the palette for me. I am gonna let that one sit. If you like it, you enjoy it. Neon's cool. It's not for me. I want depth, and I want kind of a gradient between shades. So that's just my personal preference. It is also a bit more expensive. It is $42, and this is without shipping. This ships from Sweden, so potentially that is a chunk of change. Next up is the Smoky Glam eyeshadow palette from Bella Beauté Bar. This came out pretty recently, and it has 24 buttery mattes, 4 duochrome shimmers, 1 multi-chrome shimmer, 5 ultra metallics, 1 shimmer, 1 matte sparkle. So that is a lot of variety within the palette of just formulas, textures, things like that. I think that this is really beautiful, and if I had a more limited collection, I would probably buy it, but I don't. I don't really need that many like mulberry shades. I'm sure I have all of this, and I bet the duochromes are really nice. However, again, it does have that very emollient type of feel to it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how to feel about that. It just depends on the formula. It just depends on the brand. It depends on the shade. Sometimes a duochrome can kind of flake off and lift throughout the day, and something that's a bit more emollient you can just pat down and it's not a big deal. Other times it enrages me, so I don't know. I'm sure this palette is very nice though. Like I said, if I didn't have a lot of shades already like this, I probably would buy this. It is $69, but you get 36 shades, so there is that. This is a more neutral leaning option as opposed to the Pastel Gardens that came out earlier this year. I also have an affiliate link with Bella Beauté Bar in case you want to get this palette and you want to save some money. I do make a small commission off of it, so just be aware of that. Here is my code. If you would like to use it, go right ahead. It's also listed in the description box as well with my link in case you want to use it. So there you have it. The next palette up is on pre-order still, and this is from Ensley Rain, and this is Flower Moon. It is also $69. So this has 3 multi-chromes, 7 mattes, and 11 duochromes. Again, that is expensive, but that is a lot of duochromes and special shades. And there is something so delightful looking about this palette that it makes me want to throw up. The thing that has stopped me in the past from pre-ordering this is the red shade Rejuvenate and the pink shade Mayflowers. But there is enough green and even this like brown in there, like this kind of dusty but good looking brown. I mean that in the best way possible. And then it has these like kind of poopy green shades that I absolutely make me feral. And then a blue, blue duochrome up there. Oh man, it looks really good. It looks really good. The thing about this is that I don't know when it would ever get to me. Because it's on pre-order, I'm not sure when it's coming. And this is another brand that I'd have to try. I don't know. So I'm just kind of holding off for now. I'm kind of collecting my thoughts, and I may buy it with the notion that I'm not going to get it for quite a while. But it is so dang pretty, I throw up. That's a pretty palette. It's nice. The next one is from, well, the next two are from Odin's Eye. They came out recently, and these are the like Jord's Divine Collection. Jord? I don't speak Swedish, I'm sorry. There's the Stone and Rock palette and the Jewels and Gems palette, and they're both $35.90. One is a cool kind of gray, pink, purple. The other is like a cool gray green. There's 15 shades in each of them. I'm not really sure about like the metallic versus multi-chrome. There's different textures in all Odin's Eye palettes. I know that this is not limited edition, so I'm not like racing to buy it, to be honest. Like I said, I'm moving. There's just other palettes that, again, like if I really search my heart and soul, that I want more than these right now. And I think I'm most attracted to the Stone and Rock palette, but I'm just gonna give it a bit of time and see if I really truly want it. And if so, how do I get it? But I'm more so putting a pin in it, you know? I also just got like 2 palettes from Odin's Eye that are nice and I need to use. It doesn't explicitly state that there's like a multi-chrome or a duochrome in either of these palettes. Don't get me wrong, I love Odin's Eye. I like the brand. I buy from them all the time. Some of their palettes are my favorite palettes, but at this point in time, I don't need this. It's fine. It's fine. I'll pick it up eventually if it really burns a hole in my brain. Last one. This one's kind of funny. It's still, I think it's available. Yeah, it is available. So this is the Seahorse palette from Adept. And as I'm filming this right now, there is a code from Adept that will give you 20% off on this palette. And to which I say to Adept, no shit. Because this palette is $140. Yeah, I'm sure you know, but that is a lot of money for an all duochrome palette. Don't get me wrong, or I'm sorry, 14 multi-chromes and 1 duochrome. $140. So yeah, I think Adept may have realized that that is a little out of everyone's price range, just a tad. And they're kind of like, oh, maybe we should like try to bring that down just a smidgeroo. And don't get me wrong, I saw this and I sent it to my friend and we were both frothing at the mouth at the idea of this palette. But then we saw the cost and we were like, oh no. And then as well, Adept does not ship here. So how am I gonna get this palette? I don't think I can. So I could order it and have my mom bring it at this point, which is how I have to do Adept orders anyway. But $140? No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. So the last time I did a video like this, I, in the very beginning of the video, said I already bought one. Guess which one it is. And some of you guessed correctly, but I thought I would let you know what it is I've got finally, because it only just finally got here like 2 days ago. And that is the Pastel Garden from Bella Beauté Bar. And it is everything I wanted and more. I have done one look with it. I didn't film it, I just wanted to try the palette. So I am definitely going to be doing a video with this palette very, very soon. So if you guessed this palette, you were right. I love it. It's nice. So anyway, thank you so much for watching my quick little video, and I hope you have a lovely day. And let me know if you get that Adept palette. Cause ma'am, you're rich. Anyway, or sir, have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye.